it! We found the Aurora! Oh my gosh, we just got an amazing display. In this episode, we're gonna go test the low light capability of the A7V by doing some astrophotography, some ridiculously low light video, and seeing how well this camera can capture the Aurora here in Alaska. Now, as luck would have it, the sun just threw out a massive Earth-directed solar flare, like one of the biggest we've seen in a really long time, which means the Aurora should be fantastic. The only issue is it's cloudy in Anchorage, so we're gonna have to drive quite a ways north to be able to find a spot that's clear enough to be able to see the stars and the Aurora. There we go, the data is starting to go the right direction. That's awesome, we just need that to go negative. Got where we're going. The Aurora is obviously like kicking up here, which is awesome. I mean, check this out, look at this. We're gonna set the A7V up pointing this way toward the mountains, and we're gonna see what we can capture. Okay, so we just gotta get the settings dialed in. I like to do 4200 for my white balance. I'll do 3-second exposure. And then we're gonna do 2.5 second or 3-second interval, 2.5 second exposure. And of course, lock the focus. And let me go right over here. The ISO is only at 1250. That's not bad. Now, the one thing that separates the A7S III and the A7V is the ridiculously high ISO that the A7S III can film at. Even so, filming, I think this was at almost 100,000. It might have been 80,000 ISO or maybe 102,000 ISO, depending on the different clips here. I was impressed how well the A7V does. It does have a lot of noise. It should. That's an insanely high ISO. But the noise is pretty well controlled, and it's actually really fine. And it can be dealt with pretty easily in post. So it is impressive that the A7V can film the Aurora at this high ISO, because this was a darker part of the display. Now, as soon as you get into brighter parts of the Aurora display, when it really hits, when the substorm really hits, then the A7V actually does a pretty good job. If I remember right, this was at 32,000 to 40,000 ISO, and like, it looks good. It translates really well. It captures really great Aurora. But with any camera, the way to really capture astrophotography and the Aurora is through photos and time lapses. So I shot a bunch of time lapses while I was up there. They turned out incredible. The A7V does an amazing job of capturing time lapses of the stars of the Aurora. I shot most of these on a 2-second interval or a 3-second interval, and like a 2.5. It was a 3-second interval, 2.5 second shutter, because that's kind of the sweet spot for the Aurora. And they turned out amazing. It was difficult to even keep up with the amount of stuff that was happening with the Aurora, but it was absolutely doing a fantastic job of capturing the Aurora. And the dynamic range is high enough that when the Aurora starts out a little bit quiet and then really explodes, you can capture and pull those highlights back and still recover almost everything that's there, which is very difficult to predict and difficult to handle with any camera. So the bottom line is, the 33 megapixel sensor that the A7V has does a fantastic job of capturing the astrophotography. Obviously, you have to pair it with a good lens. The 20mm 1.8 does an incredible job. The 24mm 1.4 does an incredible job. I'd lean toward the 20. I'd like to try the 16. Haven't tried it yet. But you can see from these photos here that like 33 megapixels is a great megapixel range to capture tons of star detail, lots of stars in the sky, and capturing all that. It captures tons of detail. Everything looks really good, and the noise performance in the individual photos is actually really well controlled, and it's super easy to clean up in post and not lose a ton of detail or lose a ton of stars. So when it comes down to it, yes, the A7V does an incredible job of capturing the stars, especially in photos. In video, it has a little harder time, but almost every camera, except for the A7S III, has a much harder time filming in that low of light because it's insanely low light. But for an astrophotography camera, the A7V is fantastic. It works really well for those types of situations. But next, I'd like to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this more story-driven video? Next, you're going to want to watch this video right here. I'll see you over there. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below, or join my live stream, which happens most Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We can have more of a conversation. I can answer questions that maybe I didn't get to in this video, or you can tell me what a crazy person I am and how I did everything wrong in this video. Anyway, let me know. I'll see you again soon in the next one. Cheers.